A very good morning to you. Welcome to another fresh week, brand new day on television. Yes, it's Quest Television, sorry about that. And it's the paper review on this morning's Quest Today on Quest Television. My name is Alex Obunaya, and I am not here alone. I have here with me Comrade Efe Odomo. Comrade, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Not too good the morning, but good morning.
Okay, whatever it is, bro, don't worry, be happy. Okay, 6 papers are up for review this morning. Tribune, Daily Trust, Punch, Vanguard, The Nation, and I skipped one. Okay, I think I have 6. The Tribune, Daily Trust, Punch, Guardian, Vanguard, and The Nation. I'm going to go through them. I'm going to breeze through them as quick as possible. And one thing they all have in common is the killing of 16 military personnel in a village, in a community here in Delta State, Okwama community to be precise, and reactions have been trailing that dastardly act which happened on Thursday. And the Tribune fittingly captions its lead story, killing of soldiers in Delta, bring culprits to justice. Tinubu directs Defense Headquarters and Chief of Defense Staff. Below that story, you can even see a picture here of the community. In fact, on Saturday, or is it Sunday morning now, military personnel, we were told, stormed that community and razed down that place. Allegedly so, though, but it is believed they did so as form of reprisal attacks following the killing of 16 military officers, 4 of them senior officers, at the hands of youths from Okwama community. Well, we still have not heard the last on that. Afenifere fall Tinubu on herders farmers clash. That's also on the front page of the Tribune. The full story is on page 3. PDP, APC, stalwarts, small mega party. Okay. Lagos to push for special status listing of LCDA. Residents protest over houses marked for demolition on Ibadan. Circular. Okay, whatever that means. Stakeholders raise concern as Nigeria's inflation rate rises to 31.70. Above the masthead, NJC raises alarm over alleged bid to defraud retired judicial officers. That story is on page 29. And finally, FG recovers 6.1 billion naira from arbitrary port charges, import and export fraud in 5 years, saves 3.1 billion naira from demurrage freight rates. Details are on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Yeah, comrade, let's stay with this. Let's stay with this because we just really cannot just overlook this. 16 military officers, 4 of them senior officers, were brutally killed allegedly by youths of Okwama community in Delta State, and that is, of course, what is really occupying all the pages of the papers, conventional and even on social media. What is really happening? We understand there's a land issue between Okwama or Calabar. How did it get to this level?
You know, when things like this happen, actually before that, the souls of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace. It's a bleed too many. Nigeria, we are not in a civil war, but what we are having now is worse than an invisible civil war, where killings happen every day, not even to ordinary Nigerians, to military men that are supposed to keep the security in check. You know, when things like this begin to happen, you begin to wonder what is actually happening. And I also think that the government too has been using a very light matches. I will not use sledgehammer now on these activities of the bandits in the past. That's what is leading to all this. Everybody now feels that they can do it and go scot-free. What actually happened in the, I don't know how to pronounce that in these communities, actually does not even warrant a common protest, talk less of riot. Now talking of killing senior military officers. If there is a dispute between 2 communities, and assuming like they claimed, which is not even still enough evidence, that one of the communities went and brought soldiers. When the soldiers came, did they arrest anyone? Did they flog anyone? Did they beat anyone? Did they shoot anyone? The story went ahead to say there was a deadlock in the discussion because one of the communities' youth leader was kidnapped and they went for the rescue of that person. Then I said, okay, we'll come back for further settlement. Then in a situation like that, you now lay ambush and you slaughter these young men. What are we talking about? Why have we taken human lives to even be worthless than that of a chicken. Some people cannot even kill chicken.
True.
Give them life. They will say, no, give it to somebody else.
True.
But this is a life created by God in his own image. It was only human being that God took permission from his subordinates in heaven that let us go and do this. When God was doing every other creation, he never called anyone. So with that type of importance of a man on the mother earth, you just go there, you remove his head, rip his tummy open, cut their legs, and you are happy, you are dancing. What type of calamitous heart are some people carrying? Do they have heart at all? Now they've done all this crime, now they've run away from the community. And you think the military will just keep quiet like that. But the only thing I know quite well is Mr. President has given order to bring the perpetrators to book.
Okay, where are the perpetrators? Because you just said something now. The main guys who did this, chances are they run away.
Definitely, definitely. Look, when they say don't cut trouble, it's not because they are going to actually arrest the perpetrators, but the innocent ones among them that knew nothing about it, that encouraged it, are the people that are actually the culprits now. Because no criminal after committing crime will stand at the crime of sin, a sin of crime. It is the innocent ones, and that is why you see that if there is an injustice going on in an area, if you don't condemn it, then it will bounce back heavier on you than the people that committed the crime. Look at the situation now. All the houses that are being raised, demolished, and are all the people that were the people that actually committed the crime. But because they've been caught in the web of the people that did it, everybody has to pay. The bullet does not discriminate. In a war situation, if you shoot a bullet into a crowd, the bullet does not come and say, come, who is the soldier from the other side? Who is the criminal from the other side? No, anything it touches goes. And that's what they're experiencing now. If they have been able to nip this thing in the bud, if they've been able to talk to the youth from the beginning and they calm them down from all these nefarious activities, this is what it have happened. So everybody has to pay for it. It's unfortunate, actually. It's very, very unfortunate. Everybody has worked themselves into this trouble. How do we get out of it? Agbada don't hook baboya, like my friend normally says.
Okay, let's go straight to Daily Trust. Budget padding, Nigerians angry with lawmakers. That's the lead story on the front page of Daily Trust newspaper. Disquiet in CBN as Cardoso retires Emefiele's directors. SANU, NASU shut down universities nationwide today. Okay, I missed that one earlier. Niger junta suspends military cooperation with U.S. 4 feared killed in Kogi communal clash. Okay, that's another one. Zamfara University abduction. We are not aware of our children's release. Parents. And then Tinubu to CDS, bring killers of military personnel to justice. That's on the bottom corner of Daily Trust newspaper. Budget padding, Nigerians angry with lawmakers. What's the name now? Sorry?
Ningi?
No, not Ningi now. I'm trying to remember this organization by Oluwadare. Serap has asked the Senate President to reinstate or recall Ningi, who was suspended for 3 months because he did a fine job in Serap's own assessment. I guess probably next line of action would be to go to court to force him to recall that man. But the lead story here says, budget padding, Nigerians angry with lawmakers. Ex-legislator slam Senate. I got 1 billion for constituency project, Senator Nwoko. Nigeria operating a faulty budgeting system. What do you have to say about this?
The budget pattern never started from today. Let us not go too far. You remember the time of Obasanjo, OBJ?
True.
One of the AIGs that was elected into the upper house came out to say that larger chunk of the people in the house are those whom he has tried and convicted for criminal offenses. But he's surprised that all of them are in the house now, and they are all criminals. What did they do? Instead of investigating the matter, the man was suspended without salary, without allowance, without anything, and asked him to apologize. After 3 months in the house, in his own private house, but nothing happened. He has to apologize and reinstated. The thing snowballed to the Meji Lawal, if you remember that man, that young speaker, up to Patricia Ete. You see, and nothing is happening. Then it went to Jibrin in the administration of, I think that was Jonathan last tenure. The man cried wolf. Oh, they padded the budget. Instead of them to have investigated, the man was suspended for several months before he was recalled. This is another issue again. So it's not a new thing. When Labour at times wants to strike, I look at them as if they don't know what they are doing. These are the things that Labour should actually take up because they are the voice of the oppressed. You will not think of anything like that. You talk of a salary to make the civil servant salary 1 million, which you know that is not tenable. Somebody is stealing your money brazenly on a daily basis. You kept quiet. You don't have power, a source of power to sustain your life. You kept quiet. Prices are going up every day. You kept quiet. Tomorrow they will tell us that they are fighting for the masses. When you talk of budget pattern, it's supposed to be a very, very, very criminal offense. You already have your constituency project in the budget. You have your allowances in the budget. All the type of obstacles, you have them in the budget. Then some people now sit down and say they want to appropriate another 3.7 trillion naira into the budget. And everybody's quiet. And we are saying that the lawmakers are guilty. They are not guilty. It is we Nigerians that are guilty. Because we don't want to protest anything. As far as the person that did it is my person. And until we jettison with that idea, until we look at Nigeria as an entity, things will become worse. Nigeria has never been good. Whether you like it or not, Nigeria has never been good. Somebody was comparing this immediate past week. Some pictures were on the internet. A Peugeot 504 station wagon was 1,008, while a
loaf of bread
1,007. 1,007. As at today, even when Peugeot was 1,800, people took loan to buy. People were complaining. When Beatles was in vogue, Beatles was 3,500 naira. Brand new factory make. People were taking loan. And the man in my company there who took loan to buy his own, he was paying 100 naira every month. How many years will it take to pay that? That's an average of 3.5 years. And they will say add interest. So at the end of the day, it's going to be about 4 years to pay the cost of 3,500 naira Beetle. People complained. When television was 400 naira, I knew quite well that my senior brothers were saving day, night, and afternoon to buy that television of 400 naira. So we should not think that Nigeria has ever one time been good. No, it has never been good. It is the situation where that we are finding ourselves. Everything is geometrically increasing. It has never been static. This suit you are wearing, in those days you cannot even buy it. You cannot buy it. With this hardship we are having everywhere, that things are expensive. People are building houses. People are buying mansions. People are buying estate worth hundreds of millions. And some people are still complaining. In an economy like this, some people are bound to continue to go up, while some people are static and some people are they come down the ladder every day. So the situation remains the same, Alex. Though we don't pray to be part of the downtrodden, but that Nigeria was one time a very good country. I don't think so. I remember when I was small, when we wanted to go to Lagos for a holiday, my father would tell us if we want to travel, you have to go to the farm and help him to weed, maybe for 1 week, before we'll be able to raise. At that time, transport from Ijebu to Lagos was about, I think, 70 kobo. But to raise it was a problem. Lagos to my place in Ozoro was 8 naira. To raise it was a problem. Then, when the 8 naira got to a place, they introduced 504. 504 was charging 20 naira. People were borrowing money. So at every point in time, this has been hard. We don't have a system. This one comes, introduces his own. He leaves this one, he closes that and introduces his own. If we have a system that everything flows, when you leave and I come in, I continue on your system. When I leave this one, continues on my system, we'll have had a stable economy by now. But everybody is having his own projection. It is not good for any nation. All these countries that are making it, go and check their system of operations. It's a free-flowing one. Like the American president, you can never see one American president come in and condemn the past one. It is not. Even when the man goes to war, the next president will not come and tell you the war, why did he go to war, he was wrong, he was this. No, rather he will continue with that system. But they cannot go back home and settle their problems internally, but not on the face of the newspaper and on international politics.
Okay, let's look at the Punch newspaper now. Of course, the lead story on the front page of the Punch is about the killings in Delta State, and Tinubu Senate's order manhunt for killers. Troops comb warring communities. That's the full story can be found on page 2 of the Punch. However, one story of interest here is Sanu Nasu, that's above the masthead, strike. Sanu Nasu vow to ground varieties, get foreign, or rather government feigns ignorance. They've started their 1 week warning strike. Exactly. So let's stay on this. I think this is going to be our last shot for today. Let's stay on this. Government, ASU, universities were locked down for some time in 2022 or thereabout. And then there was this no work, no pay rule. But now ASU staff or members have been paid their salaries back then with third salaries, leaving SANU and NASU. Why is government doing kill and divide?
You know, Ezife, that former governor of Anambra,
Yes.
in 2016 said he has stopped advising government because no matter the advice you give to them, they don't listen. So he has actually stopped advising government. Government actually, I think they deliberately causes troubles for them to be busy. Otherwise, how can 3 people be in a contest and you are satisfying only one, leaving the other 2? Are you saying the other 2 are irrelevant? If they are irrelevant, why keep them in the office? Why not ask them to go? What is good for the goose is good for the ganders. As far as you can settle the ASU, settle every other person. Because they also have families like the ASU. They go to the same market like the ASU. They are on the same social, yes, with every other person. Why leave them out? You know, we should not just say and start causing trouble for ourselves and tomorrow we'll say that somebody is disgruntled. I don't think anybody is disgruntled. It is the promoters of the economy that are actually the disgruntled elements, and they are the sponsors of the sources of being disgruntled. Because if they have acted well, I don't think these people will be calling for a strike by now. That is just the way I look at it. Because 3 persons cannot sit on a roundtable conference to eat a goat head. Then you now time only one person that the head, his head looks like that of a goat. The man will protest. You know, and there is a musician that in my place that says if 2 persons are seated in one place, one person's mouth is dancing, the other one is not dancing, the trouble comes out at the end of the day. Because if I see you eating, and I'm watching you swallowing saliva, you think I will be happy with you? So if this strike is the only thing the government understands to act, so be it. Though it's not a healthy situation for any nation. But I think we are cutting for that type of action in Nigeria. We should try and stop all this type of divide and rule system we have been applying. Okay,
thank you so much, Comrade Efe Odomo. This is where we shall be joining the cutting on People Review on Quest Television this beautiful Monday morning. Quest Today will be right back. Do stay tuned. Michael Gubadia is going to join you in the next couple of minutes. I am Alex Bunaya. Good morning.